We're writing algebraic or variable expressions and equations. In order to write an algebraic expression or equation in using variables, you need to know some terms. And these are terms that you're going to see in word problems that are frequently used. For addition, it's going to be plus, sum, more than, increase by, total, and all. The list isn't limited to this, but it certainly includes these. Here are the terms you're going to see for subtraction, for multiplication, and finally division. I would suggest writing these various expressions down. That way you have them as reference when you're doing your work. One thing you want to be aware of is when you see the word is in a word problem, that's going to be equals or the equal sign. So let's take a look at a few problems. Here we have 28 less than in is 25. So there's is. So that's going to be is 25. And let's work on the left-hand side. 28 less than in. N is going to be my variable. And less than in is going to be this. So n is minus 28 equals 25. This problem is very similar, but you have to be aware of the differences. In the last problem it says less than. Here it says 28 less n. Is still equals 28 less n. Now that looks really strange, and in speech it's really weird because no one ever says 28 less 5. But be aware that this is a difference that you're going to see on tests and quizzes and possibly on the SOL. So that's something you really have to watch out for. Just because they keep that than out really makes a huge difference. Half of Leo's cells, so we'll use L for Leo, and we can write this in one of two ways. We could do 1/2 L, or we could do L over 2, or technically it would be correct to do L times 1/2. Any of those options would be correct. Here we're going to have another equation. I know it's an equation because we have is in the problem. So is 56, the product of number and 7. So product, that indicates multiplication. The variable you use really is going to be up to you. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to use n as my variable. So the product of a number and 7, so the product of a number times 7 is 56. We typically write it this way, 7n. You could also write it this way, n times 7 equals 56. Here we have another expression because we don't have is anywhere in our statement. So the quotient, that's going to indicate division of m and n. So m divided by 8, or we could do m over 8. In this problem, the desk in the classroom can be separated into 7 groups of 4. Now we don't have an is in this sentence, but we really do need to make it an equation because we're talking about separated and we're talking about division. So d divided by 7 is 4. So for every rule there's always some exceptions, and this would be one of those exceptions. For this final problem, we have several steps going on here. 5 times, that's going to be multiplication. The sum, that's going to be addition, of twice x, so 2x, and 4, that's going to be addition, is equals 40. So really if you read left to right, it kind of tells you how to write it. 5 times the sum, so I have to add, twice x and 4 is 40. I could, of course, write this way as well. So this one is a little more challenging than one that maybe you might typically see, but you can see how you can still take a rather complex statement and derive an algebraic or variable equation or expression from it.